He was caught sleeping in class by his teacher. The teacher didn't get angry. Instead, he asked him a few questions. If he could answer them, he'd be allowed to sleep. The teacher's questions were simple, but the boy couldn't utter a single word. Faced with such an unmotivated student, this American teacher began his lecture.
I don't know who you think you are, or who you think you're dealing with. What would your father think? No.
For assaulting a teacher, the boy was brought before juvenile court. According to regulations, he would serve 1 year in a juvenile detention center. However, the judge ultimately sentenced him to only 3 months, to be served under house arrest. His reason for assaulting the teacher was indeed understandable. Days earlier, Kyle had gone fishing with his father. Distracted while driving, they were involved in a severe car accident. His beloved father tragically died. This left an irreparable wound in his heart. This was the true reason behind his classroom outburst. The consequence was 3 months of house arrest. An electronic ankle monitor was fitted to track his movements. Whenever he ventured more than 30 meters from the house, the green light on the device would turn red. If he failed to return within 10 seconds, the alarm would sound immediately. In the early days of house arrest, Kyle tried to numb himself with sleep and video games, but his mother cut the internet cable, confiscated the TV, and forced him into household chores, sealing off all his escape routes. In his extreme boredom, his gaze was drawn to the blonde girl who had recently moved in next door. She became a bright spot in his otherwise bleak existence. To catch her attention, Kyle orchestrated a chance encounter. Calculating her return time, he staged a fall near her mailbox. This clumsy ploy succeeded in eliciting her sympathy. She stepped forward to help, and they shared their first brief exchange. That evening, Kyle intended to spy on the girl across the street, but instead witnessed a bizarre scene. Another neighbor seemed to prowl at night, and his Mustang bore a deep scratch, exactly matching a news report he'd seen earlier. Several girls had vanished from the town recently. According to police reports, the killer's vehicle bore such a scratch. This neighbor had always seemed mysterious. Could he be the murderer? Kyle shared his discovery with his friend Ronnie, who'd come to visit. Under the guise of investigating, they secretly watched the girl swim across the street through binoculars, but their actions were soon exposed. The girl spotted the binoculars trained on her home and confronted them. Faced with her confrontation, Kyle and Ronnie quickly improvised, claiming they were monitoring the suspicious neighbor, and suspected him of being linked to the series of disappearances. To their surprise, the girl wasn't angry at all. Instead, she became deeply intrigued by this thrilling investigation. She began joining them and watching the strange neighbor,